92 KQRS.
Oh, no. Not on a Friday, Louie. Jesus. I'm not kidding you, man. This is hitting me hard. Ladies and gentlemen, I will try to get through this. I don't know if I can because I adore this man. Louie Anderson, whose more than 4-decade career as a comedian and actor, included his unlikely Emmy-winning performance as mom to twin adult sons in the TV series Basket. Well, he died just now. Louie was only 68 years old. Louie Anderson died at a hospital in Las Vegas of complications from cancer, said Glenn Schwartz, his longtime publicist. Anderson had a type of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Anderson wanted 20. God, this is not easy to do. Louie, Jesus. This is terrible, man. Louie Anderson has died at 68 years old. We're getting all kinds of great messages sent to the station. Tommy O'Brien, one of my dear, dear friends. Tommy, I love you. You know that. Sent me a message just a few minutes ago. Louie has died. Jimmy Francis, the mayor of South St. Paul, sorry for your loss. I met Louie personally through KQRS when I did his New Year's Eve Minnesota Got Talent contest. Sad day for Minnesota. My family's praying for your family, who knew him better than anyone. My mother and he were best of friends, and last time I talked to Louie on the air he was on the podcast in August with Jeff Cesario. I do remember when I brought up the fact that Louie and my mother were dear friends, he broke down and started bawling on the show. I wonder if he knew back then. You think?
Well, it was, when the announcement was made this week, and we all found out about it, most of us, it had been an ongoing battle, it was mentioned, and it,
yes,
and I know Marie and I had talked and thought it was odd that now they're mentioning it, but it's been ongoing. Why now? And I think it was obviously much more serious than we knew.
Yeah, I think he knew about it in August because he started bawling on the show. I mean, not just a little tearing up. He was crying his heart out, man. I remember one time Louie came to our house for New Year's Eve. He was at the house. We were just having a great time. And this woman who had never met him went over, and apparently she had a few too many, but sat on his lap, and he looked at me like, what the hell is this all about? Jimmy Lindstrom. I love Jimmy. Jimmy was my caddy for years, and he's my dear friend beyond that. Over at Spring Hill. Sorry to hear about your friend. I will always remember being with him at Spring Hill. Louie, Jimmy Lindstrom was our caddy, and Louie came out. Louie, of course, I'd like to close with a very positive thing about Louie. And the whole family, my children, when they find out about this, are not going to be too happy because they've known him their whole lives, right? I mean, there's always been Louie Anderson. And he would sit down and have these conversations with Andy, and then Alex. He would talk about totally different subjects and all the rest of it. But this is kind of ties in a way, I suppose. Louie owns Jackie Gleason's golf clubs. It says the Great One, and they were gold plated. And Louie sent them to me not once but twice. Once in Minnesota, and once was on vacation in Florida. All of a sudden, this package arrives at the door. It's a gigantic crate, and it's the Jackie Gleason golf clubs. And Louie sent along a note that said, I thought you'd enjoy playing with these another time. So I played with him for an entire week. Dougie Dawson, my friend I've met before, we played with his golf clubs. But the time I'll mention this, and then we'll get the hell out of here, because this is not easy, I will tell you. Louie sent Jackie Gleason's golf clubs to me, and Kendall Norberg, my dear friend Kendall Norberg, and I played a round of golf at Golden Valley Country Club with those golf clubs. And I'll never forget this, and it's really hitting home now, because he was another one of my favorites. We are on the 18th tee. Kendall Norberg and I are on the 18th tee. We're wrapping up a final hole with those Jackie Gleason golf clubs sent by Louie Anderson. And as I was about to walk up on the tee and tee off, the head pro comes up. I believe it was Henry. I love you, Henry. He pulls up and he goes, Tommy, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but Marlon Brando just died. It's like, I'm sitting here playing with Louie Anderson's golf clubs, and you have to tell me that Marlon Brando died? So I guess this time around, Louie, this time it's you, pal. But we lost Marlon Brando, and now at the other end of the story, we lost Louie Anderson, one of my favorite people in the world. What a talent. And the fact that he broke down in August talking about my mother, I will never forget it, and I gotta go.
The KQ Morning Show, 92 KQRS.